Hello, I'm Adarsh Kumar, fondly known as the Bihar boy or the SkillZo guy. I'm building a startup called SkillZo, which has empowered over 19,500 students across India, and I hope you will enjoy this podcast.
People always ask कि बड़े होके क्या करोगे and my answer to would be that कुछ करने के लिए बड़े होने की जरूरत नहीं है.
What's the difference in the mindset that you see with bottom 1% and top 1%?
Knowledge you can learn, you can gain through internet. Network you can build. You just need to have one single. It's grit, passion, and perseverance led me to do whatever. Kidding. I was not knowledgeable. I did not know how to speak English. I'm still learning how to do so. I did not know how to code. I did not know how to build startups. I learned all of those, and that's only because
Welcome back to the Dreemen Teen Talk Show, where we bring you inspiring stories from young changemakers, leaders, and innovators shaping the future. Adarsh Kumar, the founder of SkillZo, a youth advisor to Google, and a full ride scholar and a TEDx speaker. Welcome to the show.
Hi guys, I'm Adarsh and I come from this place in India called Bihar, and I was born and raised there. Currently, I'm a full-time scholar at Jashi Periwal International School, Jaipur, and I'm also a student entrepreneur running this startup called SkillZo, which is my fourth organization. We teach students 21st century and entrepreneurial skills. We have directly impacted over 19,500 students. And I recently also joined Google as a youth advisor.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Adarsh, let's start from the beginning. Growing up
Sure.
in a rural village in Bihar, did you ever imagine yourself being an entrepreneur at such a young age? So, what was the first moment or that experience that put you on this path?
I really, love going back and thinking about it. And so, growing up in Bihar, you are, always surrounded with problems. There's so many problems. The good thing was that internet came for free. Unfortunately, I was lucky enough to get access to a laptop. I started using YouTube. Initially, my searches were like, how to hack Subway Surfer game to how to order an iPhone for free. But then I stumbled upon entrepreneurship. And of course, it has completely changed my life. And I still very vividly remember that the day I got to know what entrepreneurship means, I felt this is something which I earned me a PhD. This is something amazing. But entrepreneurship, it had no requirement. You just need pure passion to do something above yourself. So that was how I got intrigued by entrepreneurship. And in eighth grade, I started my first startup called 2 Trillions.
What inspired you to take action instead of waiting for opportunities to come to you?
So, Mission with Love, I started when I was in grade 8. It was December 2020. And so I and my cousin sister, she sort of noticed, that these very basic problems. We can provide solution as teaching someone how to open a bank account. We went to each and every house. We almost visited 1,300 families. The name, how many children are there, who have what document, if someone has a card or not. We created a guarantee card where we mentioned that these are the top 10 guarantees that we will fulfill within our time here. And we also vaccinated almost 2,000 people during the same time. We took multiple cleaning drives. And, so I think a random day we were just going through YouTube and we saw this beautification thing. And that led us to plant 3,000 gulmohar trees around the whole panchayat. We ordered 3,000 sanitary napkins. We distributed it for their menstrual hygiene. We donated it. There were a lot of lashbacks about we doing this in village, and especially we promoted self-help groups. So Bihar, people make really good this pickles and chutneys. So we promoted people. This is how you can make it. This is how you can ship it online and things like that.
You're doing a great job. So, where did you get the funds for sanitary napkins?
Sanitary napkins, my sister-in-law arranged it from her relatives. We also had few influential people in our village. We asked them and they were empathetic, compassionate enough to support us. Yeah. And there were few people who have got very good education and they've come back to village during the same time because it was COVID and people were really coming back to places. So they could really relate to it and they funded sanitary napkin thing. And also other initiatives really took us a lot of money. So yeah, they funded it, and my sister-in-law also used our funds.
You have done great things. We actually need more youth like you.
People always ask कि बड़े होके क्या करोगे? And my answer to would be that कुछ करने के लिए बड़े होने की जरूरत नहीं है.
What are some biggest challenges you faced while starting Mission Badlao?
Mission with Love, a lot of senior people from the village, they really did not like a woman and a young kid going to villages. There, this whole ghungat culture was there, young bahu who was in. So basically, my co-founder was my cousin sister-in-law, and she was newly married, hardly 3-4 years, and there's this whole culture that you can't go. And we were doing all those things very happily, and we had no problem at all. But few of the family members also did not like it. Privileged people also did not like it, and of course, which is not fair at all. So this was biggest flashback of a challenge for us. People sort of really demanded us to donate money, do things like you made them eat and drink and things like that. And also at times we also faced funds related issues that we don't have in sufficient fund, and people. So that was pretty much of the challenges. I don't know if I'm allowed to even share all these challenges on media, but yeah, it has really helped my own personal development, mindset, and everything. So many insights you get to know. You learn like what really life is and what I really figured out what I want to do in life because of all those experiences.
You have received a full ride scholarship, something many students aren't even aware of. And that too, living in a Bihar in a small village, you are aware of that. Can you break it down for our viewers? What does it cover and what does it take to earn one?
I'm a full ride scholar at Jashipur International School, which is an IBDP school based in Jaipur. In case you don't know IBDP, like it's International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. So I got to know about first IB when I was in grade 8, whole curriculum which talks about holistic learning. And sitting in Bihar, you have certain exposure of entrepreneurship. This is my dream school. This is what I where I should be. But until I went and searched for IB schools. So first there were no IB schools in Bihar. And then I saw Ivy schools in Delhi and all. And the moment I saw their fees, I could guess why I did not know that this existed, because it's in lakhs. So yeah, that's what was first exposure to IB, and I never thought I'll be able to ever attend it. So I was sitting with one of my friends, and he advised me that why don't you email schools and share your story that this is what I've done, this is what I want to do, and ask them if you can get a scholarship and study there. And so I had done this thing. I had emailed almost 40-50 schools. None of them replied. And now this was April 2024. And I emailed 3 schools on 9th April. I emailed Ayush Periwal, who is the CEO of the whole Jashi Periwal group of schools. And to my surprise, he replied in 9 minutes. And within hours, we were on a call. Within 2 days, I met him, and it was confirmed that I would be attending Jashi Periwal National School on 100% scholarship. So it started with an email. They did not have an open scholarship portal or program where you could directly apply. But I took the initiative to sort of write an email, and that's something he really liked, that you had that courage to ask me that if you can do this and all. So yeah, that was pretty much for the scholarship part. That's how I got to know. I just knew there's this school which is doing a lot of entrepreneurial activity, and I went through their LinkedIn profile, and that's how I wrote the email. But still, I emailed 3 schools. One of them only replied. So whenever you're reaching out to someone, this is one tip. Please use that email as many as you can, and just be authentic with what you write, what you do, and just don't try to be someone else. Just be yourself and just write whatever you have. My grade 10 scores were low. I clearly mentioned that this is my score. This is the reason why it's low, and of course he understood, and that's the reason I'm here today.
What common challenges do you see that students in your area or you have trained almost 19.5K students?
Having this fear of failure is a very big challenge, that people are very much afraid. What if they fail? What if the things do not go right? And second, their lack of resources, for sure, quality resources. Despite I was somehow able to figure out my own way, but I can't expect everyone to just figure it out. I was also lucky enough to meet people, get those resources for free and figure out things. But not everyone is sort of able to do that, and you can't expect from everyone. So yeah, and third, I would say being distracted by so many coming from social media to what your pados ka uncle ka beta is doing, to what you're seeing on Instagram. So yeah, that's I think pretty much 3 challenges I see if I can think back in the given time. So everyone these days wants to be an entrepreneur. I really encourage people to be an entrepreneur, but not just for sake of being an entrepreneur. You need to have a reason behind that. Okay, this is why I want to do entrepreneurship. Maybe you just want to be just code and do programming, live your life. Maybe you just want to do agriculture. And people have this misconception that if you don't become an entrepreneur, you won't become rich, you won't have a good life. I don't think that's true. You can become good in whatever you want. Just target that you want to go to the top 1% of that particular industry, that particular profession.
What skills do you believe that are essential for teens who want to make an impact in their lives?
I think first, a right mindset, having that belief in yourself. Second, I think authentic communication has really helped me
Yes.
to get things done. So they were very much a public speaker and I got to speak well, but I could convey what I want to do in a very authentic manner, not trying to again portray to be someone else, do something else. And third, I would say, having a very good understanding of this technical world, technology, and knowledge you can learn, you can gain through internet. Network you can build. You just need to have one single thing. If I look back into my journey of like 16, 17, 18 years and see that what was that one single thing which has been my reason to like make or break is grit, passion, and perseverance.
Yes.
That's it. I had that thing and that led me to do whatever. I was not knowledgeable. I did not know how to speak English. I'm still learning how to do so. I did not know how to code. I did not know how to build startups. I learned all of those. And that's only because I was gritty enough. I was passionate about something and I had that perseverance to that I want to do it no matter what.
The important thing is grit.
Yeah.
If you have it, everything else will follow.
Yes.
At SkillZo, how do you prepare students for future?
So at Skills, we have four programs primarily. And what SkillZo right now is, I don't think it would be down the line 5 years because there's so much of innovation happening in this world. And even I'm trying to adapt it but I'm also a student these days and trying to learn and, dedicate my time as much as possible. So at SkillZo, first, we have a community of almost 550 students where we share the opportunities, host exclusive webinars and, help them on one-on-one mentorship. Then we have our programs, like one of them being Ignite Bharat, which I did in Bihar. I upskilled 3,000 students. The aim was to upskill 10,000 students, but we were able to do only 3,000. We have made a course on entrepreneurship of almost 60-minute recorded lecture from people who went to IIT, IIM, and has made businesses worth of 500 crores and have a journey from. So the one of the main mentors in that program came from a small village in Bihar and has built a company worth, 100 or 500 crores. And is present almost all over India. He runs this company called You Clean, which is a dry cleaning service company. And then, so that's what course we created. Then we hosted pitching competitions. We did some awards, prizes, and, like rewards. Then people, when you do courses, people reach out to you, and then you see of their progress, that initiative again, which people saw in me. So I could, if someone is reaching out to, they have some interest, then you connect with people, then you do things. That's what we did Ignite Bharat. Then we also do this partnership initiatives. Like we have done primarily one with two seasons with IIT Guwahati, a program called Sparkle. In first season, we had 6,000 students. We upskilled them with entrepreneurship. We hosted webinars, did entrepreneurship Olympiads. And top 12 came to IIT Guwahati offline to pitch. One of them also won grant, money, like prize money and things like that. Then in season 2, which recently got completed in January, we had introduced multilingual support where we introduced Hindi as a medium to teach entrepreneurship. We created content in Hindi. Then we saw like almost 7,000 registrations this year. There I met a kid who came all the way from Bihar to pitch. And we have I got emotional and, I made a very emotional decision there, I would say. And we have provided him a grant. And I have named this grant C. Pallavi Rao grant. And that's my mentor's wife's name. And she has been a really, big inspiration for personally me and everyone in the entrepreneurship ecosystem. And, she was a radio jockey and she had a very fantastic journey. So that's what we have done with that grant. And then also working with IIT Madras for this program called Education 21, where we have almost 1,500 students. And it started from ideation to product launch. The final pitching competition is in March, I think 2nd or 3rd March. And almost 60 people are coming to IIT Madras to pitch their startup, what product they built. They went through one-to-one mentorship, group classes and things like that. So that's pretty much what currently I'm trying to do best, taking like best possible time doing this curriculum called IBDP. And that's pretty much about SkillZo. That's how we are trying to help. And also, there's so many people I've been trying to personally not mentor, but just provide my insights, whatever I've learned and whatever I know, if they find it useful. People do reach out through email, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. My number is public, so anyone can find it. And that's it.
So, Adarsh, how do you collaborate with these people? So, you talked about IIT Madras, you talked about some major entrepreneurs who have a profitable journey. How do you approach them?
Again, taking the initiative to ask. You go to events, you ask them that, this is what I do, this is how I want to do. And you ask. I think asking really helps. People are afraid of asking that. One of my mentors, Shraddha Sharma, is founder of Your Story, which is one of the largest media houses in India. And she's a fantastic, really amazing journey. So I was attending her event called TechSparks, which is one of the leading entrepreneurship and tech events in India. I just went to her and I asked, I need 40 to 50 passes for my event for my community members. And she gave it for free. Each pass like costed almost 5 to 6,000 rupees. Okay. I asked and she gave it. So, and I told, these are the people coming from certain backgrounds and they need the support. And I asked her if, if you can support you in some way. And of course, she had things where I can add value. And so she liked that. And then she mentioned, I was doing a webinar with her and she mentioned this fact that Adarsh came to me and said that, ma'am, how I can help you. So yeah, that's, you just share, add value to people's life. You ask them, just share why you want the things. And I think people are really, really willing to help.
If you are doing something magnificent, you are trying to help everyone. So God provides help. Ask.
Yeah, 110%.
You are absolutely right. Most of the people, even adults, not just kids of your age, even adults, they're afraid to ask.
Yeah.
When they don't ask, it's not given.
There's so many kids, are running this podcast. And one of the kids, met me at some event and they're like, oh, you are Adarsh from SkillZo. I know you. I always wanted to, sort of ask you to help me. So मैंने बोला भाई message क्यों नहीं किया कभी फिर? So I thought he would never reply. I was like, okay, I don't know how to answer this, but why did you assume I would not reply?
Yeah, try.
Yeah, try.
Adarsh, you have a very charming personality and you are very, very humble. So I
That's
would
so
invite
humble of you to
all
say
the
that.
viewers who want to contact Adarsh, feel free.
100%, please.
We
But
will
don't
put
text
your
me, hi,
details.
how are you? Just text me what you
Yes.
want. Just text me, hi, how are you?
That's not important.
Yeah.
You've also been selected as a youth advisor to Google via Canvas 8. Can you tell us what this role involves and how students can access such global opportunities?
So this opportunity, I'm so lucky to get this again. And so I'll explain how the application process works. So it started with a nomination. Someone from their team nominates you. Then the application portal gets open for you. So it's not that you can directly apply like any university, college, or job. And then there's this whole process where to do written submissions, then I had to put essays and record a video, submit it and all. Then after that, if you get selected, if you pass that round, you have a one-to-one interview. Then you have a group interview. Then again, you have a written task of 30 minutes. And if you made through that, then you are selected as a youth advisor to Google via Canvas 8. So this program is run between a partnership with Google and their research partner called Canvas 8, which is one of the leading research agencies. So yeah, that's how someone nominated me and someone referred me and that person nominated me. And then I went through the application. I sort of did not expect one day I received the email that I've made it. And my role is there at a youth advisor to Google is to help Google, advise Google on like how to prioritize youth whenever they're building any product. So yeah, I think pretty much because of the experience I've been working with youth and because I think they really like my passion. Of course, they have not mentioned this to me, but from what I believe is that they really like my passion for youth empowerment. That's one of the reasons I think probably they have selected me.
Adarsh, when you speak, you feel passionate about it.
We have a welcome call, and in the welcome call, it's about providing them insights. This is what we should do. This is where we should focus. And if they're sort of introducing something new, you see it and maybe put, this is something which could be better this way. Is something which could be better, something which would not help, and things like that. And also how to ensure it's accessible to everyone, how it's sustainable and things like that. Just it's like how to prioritize youth whenever you're building any product.
Yeah, that's nice. You have worked on so many social and political campaigns also. You have not left any field. What role do you think young people should play in creating change?
Oh, that's a very good question, I would say. First thing is make yourself independent, work on making yourself strong, start doing things, learn by doing, focus on learning at the same time doing. That's the first step, that mindset, you need to develop that before you do anything. That's the first thing. Second, people should really consider entrepreneurship. Only if they feel passionate about it. You should not be scared about pursuing it and trying it out. Please try it out. Reach out to me, ask me questions on how to do it, how to do things. Go watch podcasts. There's so many inspiring people sharing knowledge for free. And believe me, you don't need money to start. You just need a laptop connection and a laptop and an internet connection. That's it. That's what all you need. Everything out there is for free. Google, YouTube, it's all free. LinkedIn, just utilize it to bring change. I personally believe that education creates the maximum change. And that's one of the reasons I have SkillZo as my baby startup. I want to empower this world with the power of education.
You have experience working with bottom 1% and top 1%. What's the difference in the mindset that you see?
I think the risk-taking ability is really high in the people, top 1% people. They are really willing to take risk, try out new things. And also because they have a backup, they are less afraid of things. And because in the bottom 1%, there's so much of things that there's so much of fear, people want security and everything like that. I think as much as I don't want to say this, people have really fixed mindset in the bottom 1%. And it's not their fault, it's just how it is there. But at the same time, when you come from the bottom 1%, you have so much to gain but nothing to lose. So people like me, like who think let's do it, what would be the worst? People are expecting कि मैं 20-30 साल की job करूंगा. Something would be better than that. So yeah, I think that would be mindset, I would say. And also access to resources would also be a very big factor.
You just said that all you need is an internet connection and a laptop. But there are kids who do not have even access to an internet connection and a laptop.
Yeah, that's when I said key access to resources. There are, of course, people who lack these resources still. And at some point of time, maybe I'll try to do something around it whenever possible. Yeah, people do lack these resources. And unfortunately, our education system is also not built in a way that it can cater those people as of now. But if you see again, India has really worked well, and digital revolution has really worked really well for our country. And one of the examples I would say is that I've been digitally empowered by government, private organizations. So I think things are getting better, and hopefully one day we'll see that things will be
Equitable
much
access to resources.
yeah, it has gone really better. Like you see a vegetable vendor in a smallest to smallest village using UPI. So it has got better, but I think, of course, there's much work need to be done still.
I think India is in right hands with youth like you. Things
Yes,
will-
youth like you, youth with the passion to do great things, and there's so many youth. I think I'm not that unique in that context. There's so many people I know, so many people doing so many great things and are trying to build the future of India. They're seeing really that India 2.0, like conquering the world. We are soon becoming the Sony Khichdi. I see that happening. We are the largest, like we're the youngest country, and with the largest youth population, 750 million youth under the age of 30 or 25. So what could be more powerful than this? And people with amazing passion, amazing perseverance. We are known for our hard work. We are known for our grit, and we are going to do great. We have done great things, and of course, we are going to do great things.
See, you have built very strong connections and networks. It's kind of your ace point. What's your advice for teens who want to build meaningful relationships with mentors and industry leaders? Because most of them are scared that they won't answer. How can I approach? What if I don't get a response? How do they overcome that?
I think first have that in mind that you'll be, if you're reaching out to 100 people, 90 of them might not reply for various reasons. They're busy, they are just too occupied, because that happens. Try to be more empathetic that people are going through so many things and they can't respond every time. Second thing is that I would say I've been very lucky. I've been, God's favorite child. Every place I've been very lucky. How would people judge their language and things like that? So as I mentioned, I left my home and I was in Kota. During that time, after 2-3 months, I'd got this opportunity to pitch at an entrepreneurial competition in Chandigarh. And I was there. There's this Bihar boy who's going to a 5-star hotel called Hyatt in Chandigarh. And आपके फटे हुए जूते हैं और आपके बड़े लाइट बच्चे आए हुए हैं, and you're sort of scared because of them. You're like feeling
Intimidated.
Intimidated. You're scared. What would happen to you, Adarsh Kumar? यहाँ पे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. And then you went on stage. You read off a script from your phone, and then you realize that your idea has made it to the final round. And in the final round, your team and the people, the environment around you forces to rectify a whole English speech and give it in front of the investors and jury. That event, I rectified a whole script. I was so super scared. Like how would I do, what I would do. And I went to the stage. I don't know what happened to me. And I decided to speak Hindi. I decided to share what I knew. I spoke a bit of English. I spoke a bit of Hindi. I just shared what I knew. And that's what one of the jury members loved. And he committed us a funding of 10 lakh rupees, and that's how my life changed. That's how things turned around. That was a breakthrough moment I had in life. Coming from Bihar, a 10 lakh funding. So if I would have afraid कि मेरे को कोई judge करेगा मेरे language से, someone would judge me, then it would have never happened. So just be authentic, be truthful about whatever you do, and be besharam enough to reach out to anyone. Just be besharam.
Vegana, you said ki be your authentic self.
Yeah.
Don't try to be somebody else.
Yeah, because everyone else is already taken. So
people can see through that. Definitely
Yeah.
we can. And when somebody presents themselves authentically, it moves. Especially when you're working for a great cause, it moves people. Because inherently we all want to do good.
Exactly. We all are meant to do good. We all human beings are like, we all crave love, and love comes from working for people and all that, the sense of community which comes. So I think we ultimately, very deep inside, we want to do good.
You said you went to Chandigarh, you went to IIT. Did somebody nominate you, or you have to apply for those things?
Chandigarh, I got to know through LinkedIn, I think, or a community I was part of on WhatsApp. And IIT Guwahati, they invited me because I was partnering with them. SkillZo was one of the partners and they knew my stories. I believe they felt key I'd be able to help them by judging the competition, maybe providing my insights. And I was lucky enough to attract, so many people, good people and their mentorship.
Others, you are hardworking. You consider yourself lucky, but you have worked really hard. You have earned everything that you have done, and you are yet to be 18. Others, what's next for you? Are any exciting projects in the pipeline?
Next for me is my exams coming starting 5th of March and trying to work with someone from government and around policy on a ground level. And of course, at SkillZo, this somehow will be connected to take the Ignite Bharat program maybe to the other towns of Bihar and small towns in India. Next 1-2 years, I'm looking forward to go to a college in the US. I've applied to a few summer programs at Stanford, UPenn, and all those places. For me, it will be learning opportunities and experience on working on ground, working with experts and creating impact on whatever project I'm doing. And then whenever I mention to people that I want to go to US, people think, oh, ye jayega, and they will settle for a job there. I promise that I'll come back the day I graduate. I really want to come back and work here and change things because this place has given me like so much. And I think this place really needs people who want to do things.
Best of luck. India needs you.
We need you also here.
Others, now we will have a rapid fire round. Don't think. Just
Yeah, I'm
speak.
super excited. I'll be excited for this. I'm excited.
Is there any book that you think every teen should read?
Read 2 books, I would say, Great and Hidden Potential.
What's the one thing that you think schools should teach, but they don't?
Handle failure.
Yes. Nobody teaches you that.
That every Gen Z must master.
Increasing your IQ, but at the same time working on your EQ is as important as IQ.
If you had all the money in the world, what's the first thing you would do?
Good question. Build as many schools as possible, build as many hospitals as possible, and give my mother good clothes also. And yeah, I think return back all the money through which people have supported me, whether like sponsoring my flight to buying me a laptop and doing so many things.
Would you do anything for yourself?
I think I'll eat good food maybe. No, I think that I would prefer getting it from my mother. So for myself, I think I'll buy a good laptop because that's something really helps me do my work faster.
Adarsh, this has been such an insightful conversation. Your journey is proof that no matter where you come from, vision, persistence, and action can take you anywhere.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure talking to both of you. Of course, it was such a nostalgic, conversation for me, just going back and thinking like that what I did, how I did, and things like that. 100% a very interesting conversation. And I hope it add value to people's lives. Thank you so much.
And before we wrap up, how can people connect you?
LinkedIn, Instagram, and there you connect. So LinkedIn, I think Instagram would really work well.
Thank you so much. It has been an incredible experience and honestly very inspiring.
Thank you so much. Really means a lot. Yeah, see you soon, hopefully.
Yes, we will.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bye.
To our listeners, if today's episode lit a fire in you, go make that impact. Start small, but start now. Follow us on Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube for more inspiring teen journeys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay bold, stay vocal, and stay dreaming.